Sarah and Mabel both wanted to coach. Sarah got a certification. Mabel did not. Who was able to build a successful coaching business and why? Hi, this is Ajit Nawalkar, and today we're talking about whether or not you need a coaching certification to be a successful coach. Before we get down to business, let me throw it out there. No, a coaching business is not built on a gimmick, a webinar, or some stupid report. Don't fall for it. Just don't. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about the question you have been asking yourself. Do I need a certification to become a coach? The answer is not a simple yes or a no. It's like asking if Gordon Ramsay is a real chef or just an angry, screaming British bloke.
3 times 3, Amanda.
9.
9. Then give me 9 fucking chops, you stupid thick bitch. Roll. 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 Shit.
Let me explain. We already know that the coaching industry is unregulated. It has a low entry barrier and it is on an upward trend, which is attracting some great people who want to help. It is also attracting the wrong kind. It's hard to separate the good from the bad, the ones who have done the work from the ones who haven't. Which is why, even if you don't really need a certification to be a coach, you might want to get one in certain scenarios. Let's draw these scenarios out. You don't need a certification if you have proven your skill. Say you want to coach executives on career enhancement. You want to show young executives how to navigate the changing world and their roles. If you were an executive yourself, if you were able to move ranks, if you were able to manage teams really well, if you were able to help your own teams, you have a track record. So you probably don't need to certify it. This is what happened to Stephen Colbert. He got his own show because he was already crushing it as a writer on The Daily Show. Same with John Oliver and Hasan Minhaj. They were already in the game and knew how to create political comedy. They just had to step out and own their art. If you are already crushing it as an executive, you are probably going to crush it as an executive coach. You don't need someone else to certify you. You need to own it. Just own it, Samantha. Just own it. You don't need a certification if you're already coaching and getting results. If you're already in the game, if you're already getting some results, if you're already making progress for yourself and your clients, you don't need to prove anything with a coaching certification. It's like being in the middle of a game, ready to take a shot on the goal, and then not kicking the ball because you wanted confirmation that you can take that shot. So when is it that you do need a certification? You do need a certification when you're just starting out and don't have enough knowledge about how human beings work. If you have not really worked with individuals and teams, if you don't have an understanding of human psychology, behavior, language, and the mental models we make, if you're unaware of why we do what we do and how to inspire change, if you're unsure about all or any of these things, get a certification. It's not because you need a certification. It's because if you don't know the above, you won't know how to drive change. If you don't know how to drive change, well, you won't know how to drive change. And that's what your client is looking for. Change, better performance, a better life. If you can't inspire that, if you can't bring that to your client's life, please get a certification and get some training. It's for your own good and the good of your clients. Here is something I need you to understand. Getting a certification doesn't guarantee that you will be a good coach. Same as having access to the best characters and having pre-existing fan base doesn't guarantee a good DC movie. Seriously, DC? Could you have made a worse movie than Justice League? Fix the DCEU. Sarah and Mabel, both are coaches. One with certification and one without. They both are equally successful because they are great coaches. The certification doesn't make them successful, their coaching does. Their ability to guide their clients through transformation, to get their clients results, is what makes them successful. Build your ability to coach, not a stack of certifications. How do you build your ability to coach, you might ask? Here are 3 steps you want to take to hone your skills. First, indulge. Indulge in learning like there is no tomorrow. You now know you need to fully understand human behavior, emotions, psychology, basically how human beings work to be able to create change in their lives. Indulge in learning about what makes humans tick. Obsessively learn about it. Ask questions around it. Get curious around it. Second, become better at the game by playing the game. Jerry Seinfeld bombed for years before he became the Jerry Seinfeld. I know it because I've obsessively watched his interviews.
Oh, right.
Robert Downey Jr. did terrible movies and performed poorly before he gave us Sherlock Holmes. You get better at coaching by coaching. So coach your friends, your family, your colleagues, whoever is willing to be coached. Coach them. Coach them for free if you have to, but coach. Third, don't stop. Don't stop at just coaching a few people. Keep coaching till the time your guinea pigs are grateful for what you did for them. That's the only way for you to know that it's working. Then keep doing it. Start charging a little bit for it. See if anyone bites. If they do, charge a bit more. As you coach more, you will end up in situations where you will either get results or not. If you get results, write it down as a strategy that works. If you don't get results, diagnose why it didn't work. Either way, you will learn and build a methodology. So, you don't really need a certification if you know what you're doing. You need one if coaching is a desire, but you have never done it before. Start learning, start coaching, and keep building on your methodology. At EverCoach, we help you do all of that. So if you're ready to learn more about becoming a successful coach, head over to evercoach.com and you will find some interesting ways to learn and grow your coaching business. If you found this video useful, click on the subscribe button, hit share, and share it with someone who can use this video. Tag your friends who you would want to discuss this video with. Thank you and have a phenomenal day.